Prologue. A and B sit at the front of the stage as if they are looking out over a lake from a dock.
What if I tried to write something poetic?
If you try too hard, you usually don't do.
I want to tell you something. I don't know where to start.
A breath is a good way to begin.
I love you.
I have another date.
With who?
Death.
We all die someday.
Some sooner than others.
B stands up and leaves. Scene 1. Interior of a cabin. B is putting away her book on a shelf. A enters.
How do you know?
Premonitions. Dreams.
What do you dream?
I don't remember the specifics, but I know it feels like death.
How do you know what death feels like?
Cold. Frozen in forever. No longer a slave to time.
But what's wrong?
I don't know.
Have you seen a doctor?
There's no point.
Why?
I know what they would say.
How?
Feeling.
Dreams? Premonitions?
Exactly.
But you don't know.
I know.
Will you please see someone? It's okay to ask for help.
I don't need help. I can do this on my own.
You don't have to. No one's meant to be alone.
Why?
I love you.
How do you know?
A feeling.
Premonitions, dreams.
Exactly.
I don't want to hurt you.
I'm tougher than I look.
Even still, loss is painful. I don't want to leave you behind and broken.
Then see a doctor.
I can't.
Why?
I just know. There's nothing to be done. I'd rather live fully alive than die a half-death medicated.
If there's a chance you recover, we have more time. It'll be worth the temporary pain.
You don't know. It wouldn't be your pain, not your life, not your decision.
If the roles were reversed, what would you say?
Okay.
You'll see a doctor.
Okay, you wouldn't have to stay.
You let me die. Why?
I love you enough to let you go if that's what you wanted to do.
B sits on the couch and opens her arms for A to cuddle up with her. A does not.
Maybe it's nothing. Anxious nightmares, too much AC.
It's more than that.
How so?
A sits next to B. B rests her head on A's shoulder.
I feel it settle into my bones, gnaw at the back of my brain. I can't locate the source. I can't describe the pain. I'm not trying to put this in a poetic way. I'm trying to make you see somewhere deep, deep down, there is something wrong with me. I see it faintly here and there in my periphery. Somewhere my synapses are miswired, or somewhere my neurons have misfired. There is something wrong with me.
I hate to see you hurting, but you hide it so well.
I didn't want you to worry unnecessarily.
What changed?
You love me?
A wraps B in her arms.
I do, but I have before.
You said it now.
If I said it sooner, would it help you survive?
I don't know.
I wish I could go back and try.
You can't go back.
We can still try to make the most of the time we have, to hope for more, to hope my love wasn't too late, to hope your dreams don't come true.
What if they do?
Then I'm glad I said I love you today and not a moment later.
At least we'll never have to know if you'll still love me when I'm gray and old.
Of course I would, from your curly gray hair to your gnarled smelly toes.
That's easy to say when you don't have to follow through.
Are you sure?
I am.
I don't want it to be true.
What day is it?
April 24th.
That's as good a day as any to make amends.
Scene 2. A and B have phone conversations on opposite ends of the cabin.
Hey, Dad. It's me.
Yeah, we're enjoying our time together.
I wanted to say happy birthday.
It's been a nice break. We're happy.
I figured you wouldn't answer.
Thanksgiving. I'll have to check. It's several months away.
I hate the words we used and what was left unsaid.
I can't explain. It's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine.
I wish I knew what to say. I feel like the more time passes, the further we are from forgiveness.
No, really. We're fine.
I don't want time to run out, and I never had the chance to say,
I love you.
I forgive you.
Tell Dad I said hello.
I wish you would accept me, as I am, no more, no less.
Let's talk again soon.
Goodbye. I'd love to hear from you.
A and B hang up. A goes to give B a big hug. B receives it but moves away quickly.
Did you?
No,
I'm sorry.
it's not your fault.
I know.
It's just frustrating.
I know.
It shouldn't be this hard. I shouldn't feel abandoned.
You were that day. If he can't see how amazing you are, then it's time to walk away.
I'm running out of time.
He doesn't deserve the time you have left.
I don't want to remain tethered to him. I want to leave this world in peace.
You've made your peace.
You don't understand.
I'm trying.
That's all you ever do. Try.
What's the alternative?
Succeed.
That's not fair.
Life's not fair.
You're being mean.
I'm hurting.
That's fine, but don't take it out on me.
I'm not.
You are.
Barely.
Barely is still too much.
Fine, I'll go.
B looks for her shoes.
Where?
I need some time alone.
It's getting late.
I won't be long.
It's getting dark.
B finds her shoes and puts them on.
Didn't you hear me? It's getting dark.
B shuffles around in the cabinets, searching.
Acknowledge me. Please, I'm here. I'm not a ghost. I'm tangible, visible. Answer me.
B holds up a flashlight and heads to the door.
Will you stay and talk?
B slams the door behind her.
We're fine, I told my mom. Just fine. But she's morphing and changing before my eyes. There's something lurking deeper down, but it's starting to break the surface, like a shark's fin, sleek and ominous, a calling card before the kill.
Scene 3.
She doesn't understand. She never has. Is that too much to ask for a little understanding? She was grown with love, her family close by. I was grown alone, my family, a lie. Friendships were hard, relationships confusing. I was starving for affection, for connection, for love. Alone and forgotten, screaming into the void, begging to be seen, hungering to be heard, needing to believe there's someone else out there. I thought that would be her and me, but her love wasn't strong enough to break my walls down. Maybe I constructed this tower to be unbreakable because I want to be understood, but I'd rather remain unseen. It's safer by myself. Safer in isolation. I don't have to be let down. I don't have to hold out hope. I don't have to wait. I can learn to cope alone.
Scene 4. A sets the table for dinner. She waits. B does not return. She gets up and finds her phone. She tries to call B. B does not answer. A sits down and dishes out some food on her plate. She tries to call B again. Again, no answer.
Answer your phone. You're only alone because you always push me away. I don't know how to help. You won't tell me how. You won't let me in. I know you're not looking to be fixed, but freed from the feeling of being broken. Come home.
A puts the leftover food in the oven and sits down to eat. She moves the food around on her plate but doesn't take a bite. She starts to cry. B enters.
I'm sorry.
I called you.
I know.
You didn't answer. Why do you try to keep me out?
I don't know how to let you in. I'm hurting and I'm scared.
Why?
This is also new.
I see that you're a wounded animal and I should approach with caution so that you don't run back into your deep, dark forest. When you're ready, I'll be here. I'll wait.
It smells good.
It's cold.
I'll heat it up.
It would have been better fresh.
I said, I'm sorry.
It still hurts. When you run from me, it makes me feel like a monster. I feel unfair and unkind. I feel like I'm at fault, but I know you're lost in your mind.
I'm not crazy.
That's not...
I'm not abusive.
I didn't say that.
It's what you meant. Manipulating your sanity, turning on the gaslight, playing a victim while portraying you as aggressor.
You're overreacting, making this into something more.
Now I'm too much.
No, stop misrepresenting me.
We took this trip to heal, but we fight and blame and shame.
We took this trip to try to find our way back to how it was before. Sometimes you have to fight for something worth saving.
We're comfortable. Comfort is a deceitful device telling you things are just fine the way they are. Don't think too much. You're safe right here. Don't ask what if, stop questioning when, forget that clock steadily ticking by.
What are you saying?
It's safer not to try.
Do you mean that?
I do.
What happens next?
We say goodbye.
No. I don't believe you. You're pushing me away again. You want to see if I'll come through, if I'll fight for you.
I mean it this time.
You're scared. You're hurting. This isn't you.
It is. It's what I want.
Then say it.
I did.
No, you inferred.
What do you want? What words will make it better? I can't promise you a future. We can't go back to the past. Presently, I want to cut ties. Call it quits. Throw in the towel. We've tried and failed.
You didn't try.
What more can I give? I'm struggling to survive, thrashing to keep my head above water. I am drowning in your love. Stop badgering me, or I'll start handing out herbs and babbling about remembrance before throwing myself off the pier.
That's not funny.
I'm not laughing.
If you want to leave, then go. I'm not your captor. I'm not holding you back from escaping my clutches. I'm not berating you for expressing your sexuality. I am not your father.
No, you're not. At least he was honest about his feeling toward me.
I never lied to you.
If you loved me, you'd understand. You wouldn't fight me if you knew what was brewing inside of my mind.
What do you want me to say?
Be gentle with me.
I try, but I have feelings too.
I know. Clearly, we bring out the worst in each other.
I know it's hard for you right now, and you're still processing what is to come. I didn't mean to overstep or push you further away.
I think the time has passed for apologies.
I don't want you to die alone.
I don't want your pity.
It's not pity, it's an apology. I was being selfish, and I'm still processing all that's been said. Can we please try again?
Let's just go to bed.
Are you still angry?
All I feel is numb.
Let me warm you up.
That might take a while.
All I have is time.
That's the thing I lack.
Come closer then. Stop wasting it.
I'm sorry for being angry.
Don't apologize for how you feel. I was angry too.
I'm sorry for the things I said.
For that, I can forgive you.
B leans in and kisses A. Scene 5. A and B are snuggled on the couch with mugs. Morning.
Can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
What is it?
What's what?
You know. It.
It is what it is.
You won't say?
It wouldn't make a difference.
A doctor could make a difference. Why won't you?
Can I tell you something?
Just to change the subject?
No.
Fine.
I lied to you.
About
I've already seen them.
who?
The doctors
And they,
did their best.
but there's
Nothing they can do to help.
you?
Me, I'm at peace.
Why?
Inevitability of death, fragility of life, and here I am, lingering in between.
Like a ghost.
Not yet.
Will you come back to haunt me?
In a way, you'll always be haunted.
A threat?
A warning. Don't canonize my memory. Ghosts are mementos of the past, talismans that weigh you down, hold you back. You have to keep moving, or else we might as well make you my mausoleum.
Is that what you want? To be buried?
I hadn't thought that far.
What do you want me to do after it happens?
You could burn me at the stake and invite my dad to come scream, "Witch!"
Cremation, then.
I heard once there's a service where they turn you into a tree.
How?
Well, they bag you up with a sapling and you nourish the plant living on amongst the leaves.
Where would you want to be planted?
I don't think you decide. I think you are shipped where trees are needed.
And how would we say goodbye? Do we travel to the tree or have a memorial here?
I don't think anyone would come.
Who would you invite?
You're really the only one.
No one else?
None that would show.
But what about,
Oh, no.
do you want flowers? Should I pour out a drink?
Whatever you need to find peace.
What about you?
I'll be at peace. Already. No need to concern yourself with me.
I don't like this conversation.
It's important to be had.
Anything else?
I have some savings. I'll leave the information in a folder before I go.
What about before?
I don't follow you.
What do you want to do before you kick the bucket?
This is nice. Holding each other. I've always liked the lake.
Surely there must be something you'll be sad to leave behind, never having done.
I really hadn't thought.
Think about it. I'll hold you until you tell me. Let's do something new.
Scene 6. A and B sit on the floor at the coffee table and play chess.
Do you remember how we met?
How could I ever forget?
The bookshop, corner of 7th and East Pine. You came up with Sylvia Plath.
You wore your hair in 2 messy buns. It looked like it hadn't been washed in days.
It hadn't.
Your overalls were torn and stained with paint, ink smudges all over your arms.
You interrupted me. I was on phone.
How was I to know what was hiding in your hair?
You knocked on the counter like this.
And you knocked back like this.
Like prisoners in the Bastille.
Out of sync with one another from the beginning. We marched to the beat of our own drums and couldn't hear each other's rhythms.
Are we back on this again?
Have we always been offbeat? Did we ever try to fall into step with one another?
Maybe we were too busy falling in love.
Love made us blind. Did you ever see me? Truly?
Black turtleneck, trousers and boots, circular glasses that took up half your face. A mess of freckles and a distant, forlorn gaze.
Only my exterior. Is that the only thing that you see?
Of course not.
Then what else?
You seemed lost. Like you needed help. I fell in love with that fact.
You rushed in with shining armor, sword drawn, ready to fight my dragons.
But you never gave them away. You protected them, as if they were your favorite part of who you are.
Perhaps they are.
Why? I always want to push my darkest moments to the furthest corners of my mind.
They are my defining moments. They make up who I am. Killing them would be like cutting off a pound of my own flesh.
I'd cut a few pounds off of my own flesh if it meant I wouldn't have to dwell on the midnights of my mind.
Would you want to kill the parts of me that make me most unique? Do you want me to dull myself down to make you more comfortable?
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me. Please don't take this personally. I was trying to make you laugh.
It wasn't funny to me.
Nothing ever is.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
Another joke I didn't get.
Never mind.
Why do you get off so easily? I have to squirm and worm my way into making you comfortable again.
I think you should see a doctor.
I did. This scene's been played.
I meant a doctor of the mind. Counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist, take your pick.
So now I'm crazy.
I never said that.
You want me to be shrunk down and dissected under a microscope, given drugs until I can't breathe, can't see, can't be, disappearing tangibly just to make you comfortable, at ease.
I never meant that.
Then what did you mean?
I think you need help.
I thought you wanted to be my saving grace. Is this the ace pulled from your sleeve?
Do you hear yourself? You aren't making sense. You're manipulating the truth because you feel more comfortable with torment than with love. Romantic reminiscence makes way for argumentative dissonance.
Look who brought out the dictionary now.
I can't help that I use big words. Smaller words can't convey my frustration with you.
I'm frustrating.
Yes, and patronizing and victimizing and...
What? Not enough syllables to complete your sentence and prove you're the most accomplished woman in the world.
I'm trying to explain that...
Then do it! Speak from your heart. Just talk. Stop trying to sound smart.
You aren't listening.
I didn't sign up for this lecture.
You are infuriating!
Oh, good. You found another. Big words for the great big author.
Should I use smaller words so that you can comprehend?
You call yourself a writer. You're nothing but a sham.
He goes to the shelves and starts taking out A's books and hurling them at her.
This one is rubbish. This one, contrived, garbage, putrid, suck.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
All of this is trash. You wanted an audience to witness your perfection. You didn't feel it when you wrote it. You aren't capable of that. You stone cold statue. You think you're high and mighty, but watch the oppressed rise up and let you fall.
B shoves all the books off of the shelf.
You're a monster.
You're a hack. You stole my ideas and gilded them to look like yours, a pig with lipstick. Oink, oink.
Moo. Two can play at that, you cow.
Wow. Your insults are like your writing, juvenile. No wonder you needed my words to fill your void.
That's not true. I started half of these before I met you.
You didn't finish them until after.
You inspired me. Yes, you played my muse. I never stole your thoughts or words or stories.
Oh, really? Chapter 2. Beth is bitten by a dog.
People are bitten by dogs. That's not exclusive to you.
The details are my story. The hospital name, the breed, the exact location of her scar. I told you and you sold it, like a cheap columnist. If I open up about my death, will that go into your books too?
That was a one-time thing when I was blocked. It was an easy out. No one would know it's you.
I know it's me.
So?
You really don't care? You use me as a step stool to reach new heights, new acclaim, new success.
One time.
Stop lying to yourself. I'll let you clean this up. I'd put it in the recycle bin where it belongs.
Maybe I am amounting to the garbage that we've been collecting. Maybe there's nothing new or unique or different about what I create. Maybe these thoughts are trash. Maybe these words are rubbish. Maybe I don't want to let them die inside of me. I would rather they disintegrate in a landfill alongside other useless and purposeless discarded objects. At least in that existence, they will forestall the fingers of time. I will live on with the cigarette butts, dirty diapers, and plastic bags. I will find a half-life in my words. They won't die my same death.
The maestro at work. I implore you for another.
A goes to start picking up the books.
You're despicable.
The feeling's mutual.
There's pillows in the closet. You can sleep on the couch.
I'm not the one that's upset. I think I should get the bed.
Fine. I'm too tired to fight. Take the bed and everything else. Just get out of my sight and turn off the light. Perhaps we end our trip early this year.
B exits, turning off the lights as she does. A tries to tidy up. She trips on a book and bumps onto the coffee table. Angrily, she flips over the game board, then kicks herself for making a bigger mess.
She reminds me of my childhood. How my brother would smash and kick, destroying my imagined worlds of princesses and kings. He took my fairy wings and bent them right in half. Tried to tell my parents, but they said it was his right. Boys will be boys, go play with your toys. It's how he shows his affection. But I think this misdirection had the opposite effect. What am I doing? You may be asking. I really don't know. What would you do for love? What would you take? How much do you give? She's dying, or she's lying. A tumor in the brain. It wasn't always this way. There's pressures and stressors. She's boiling. Who knows when she'll burst? I can't just say no. No more. I've had enough. I can take it a little longer. I was taught to be tough.
B is getting ready for bed.
I acted out. I know. You think I'm disgusting. I feel your eyes, daggers of hate. You think to yourself, if I was her, I'd leave. It wasn't always like this. At first, I felt a little less broken. I didn't come apart at the seams. But there are times I get so angry, foam oozes from my mouth. I don't know what or how it happens. I see red and then I see the destruction. Give her a little more credit. She doesn't want to leave me as my sun begins to set. She's too kind. Her sense of poetic justice too strong. She still thinks she can save me. My night. My day. My queen. She's the whole court. And I, a humble pawn. I don't deserve her. I never did. I don't deserve the chance to be happy.
Scene 7. The morning after. A has made breakfast. B enters and fills her plate. A sits curled up with a cup of coffee. She does not eat.
This is delicious.
Is that all you have to say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Truly, for everything. I know I'm not easy. I'm no piece of cake. I lash out, and all I can say is sorry.
How much more do I have to give before I can get something in return?
Life is not a ledger. We aren't reconciling and auditing our accounts of each other.
Not inquiring to be selfish, but I feel this selfless giving will only yield remorse, discourse. These scales seem to be tipped in your direction. I thought you just, but you must be blind and unaware to your discretion.
Will you help me find a balance? You may think I'm tipping more toward my direction, but only to share a common ground.
I can't keep up. I can't sustain continually feeding your ego.
I know. If it's any consolation, it won't be for much longer.
That only makes it worse. Am I to count down the days until your death? Is that what you want me to do? Then give me a deadline. I'll mark the date. We'll cross the days through one by one.
Counting the days of your sentence until you're granted a reprieve. I don't want to hold you prisoner. You can leave at any time.
No. You shouldn't be alone.
I'm grateful for our time that we've had together. When all is said and done, I hope you don't look back with regret.
You make me angry. You make me hurt. You make me sad. I'm not finished. You can't take back the words. You knew they would hurt. Why?
I wanted you to understand that I was hurting too.
Then talk to me. Explain it to me. Tell me how you feel.
I feel alone.
I'm right here.
I want to be alone.
No, you don't.
I think it's best.
You want to hide. You don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to admit that your body is betraying you. You don't want me to see you weak.
I want to be alone.
You want to be stubborn.
You want to be an ass.
There you go again. Be honest with me. Be honest with yourself. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm here.
No, you're not.
I am right here.
Physically, but mentally and emotionally, you feel so far away.
You are analyzing me.
I want to help you.
It's clinical and scary, emotionless, not right.
Take a seat.
A goes to sit on the chair and gestures to the couch.
You feel cold. You'll judge me. You'll hate me more than you do now.
Sit. Please. For me. If we have a chance to succeed in the short amount of time we have left, please. Sit.
B sits.
I feel uncomfortable.
Take a breath with me. Try again. Look at me. Try again. Now let's begin.
Where?
Let's talk about last night. What happened?
I don't know.
Wrong answer.
I feel guilty. I know I crossed a line. Can we leave it at that?
Why did you cross it to begin?
I felt too fluid. I wanted to be reminded that I am solid and in control.
Why?
I feel uncomfortable.
Good. It's your turn to be uncomfortable.
This is new to me, uncharted territory.
Let me be your guide.
I'm used to venturing forth on my own.
How far has that brought you?
Brought me here.
Are you happy here?
No.
What do you feel?
Numb. I want to hurt to prove I'm still alive.
You want to cause hurt or you want to feel pain?
Both. One and the same.
Why won't you go?
Where?
Therapy.
It's expensive.
I'd give you the money to invest in yourself.
I'm not a charity. I don't want to feel powerless, without agency.
Consider it a loan.
Then I'd feel indebted, indentured servitude.
I wouldn't hold you to it. Is it really just the money?
I'm dying anyway. What's the point of assessing my life?
It might help you come to terms, feel at peace, give you hope for what comes next.
I don't want to waste more time overthinking my inevitable outcome.
You don't know if it's wasted time until you try.
What if they think I'm crazy?
Are you?
I don't know. Am I?
That's not my place to say.
So, but what do you think?
I don't want to influence you.
So you do think I'm crazy?
Stop making this about me. This is about you.
Easy for you to say. You aren't the one on trial without a jury, judge, and executioner all in one.
Is that really how you feel?
Yes!
You don't feel loved?
I feel alone.
I'm right here.
It's all I've ever known.
I'm right here.
I know. My life wasn't like yours. You have a big, happy family. You're a published author. You have a college degree. People pay to read what you write. And I have nothing. I am nothing.
You have me. You have a job. You have a life. You have a past, present, and future.
Not for long.
Are you sure?
I am.
How?
Premonitions. Dreams.
What about science? What about medicine? What did the doctors say, if you ever saw them at all?
I'm not a liar.
I disagree.
Accuse me and carry out the sentence. I don't want to sit here and be abused.
If you walk out that door, I won't be here waiting when you get back.
Then let's end it now.
You use your trauma to justify your treatment of others. It's not fair.
Nothing ever is.
Are you really going to go?
Should I?
Go if you're going to go, or stay and work this out.
What do you think?
I'm not the one walking out the door.
You want me to stay?
I want you to do what you want.
You don't care?
I'm going to lose you one way or another.
That's harsh.
Is it true?
Yes.
How will it happen?
I'm not sure.
Is it fast or slow?
Hard to say.
What is it?
I don't want you to know.
Why?
I don't want you to worry.
I want to prepare to know what to expect.
Expect the unexpected. When it happens, you'll know.
So it'll be quick.
To you.
Now what? What do you choose?
I push you away because I don't want it to hurt. I'd rather you feel relieved. Don't build me up to be a saint. Don't grieve too long. Move on. Take this reprieve and taint my memory.
It hurts knowing you don't think I'm strong.
You heard me wrong. I think you're kind. I think your mind will play tricks. This, what we have, isn't bliss. I hope you find another 10 times better than me.
It wasn't always like this, remember?
That's what I want you to forget.
We met at the bookshop.
You were beautiful and I was plain.
You were mysterious. You drew me in like a black hole. I was taken into your vortex. I never wanted to leave. It was safe and isolated. All the better to write and dream.
You were a beam of light, brightening up my darkest days. Like the sun, you nurtured me, helped me grow. It was warm and inviting. All the better to be blinded.
We're like yin and yang, balanced opposites.
Our fire and ice, and as we kiss, we consume. We will continue our destructive embrace until we are forced to extinguish.
Which one are you? Which one am I?
You are ice, you will survive.
Depends on the size. Ice could be overwhelmed.
Are you overwhelmed?
A little. A bit.
Tell me to go, and I will.
Tell me what it is, what I'm waiting for.
You won't like it.
Why can't you say?
Perhaps I want to remain a mystery.
There's nothing we can do.
The doctors did their best.
Or did you refuse to be treated?
Why would I do that?
That's what I want to know.
You don't believe me.
The lack of details are suspect.
I've told you all you need to know.
I want to know more. I want to know what. I want to know how. I want to know why. Why won't you try to survive?
If I wasn't dying, would we still be together?
Probably not.
Then what do I have to live for?
Please don't think like that. You have so much else.
Tell me. If you know me so well, what makes me happy? What gives me meaning?
This is a trap, you tell me.
The only thing is you.
What about your job?
I hate it. You know I do.
Then quit. Start fresh. Do something new.
Like what?
What do you enjoy?
Doesn't matter. It will end soon enough.
Don't you want to be happy in your final moments?
Seems a little late for that.
I'm trying to help.
I don't see the point in finding meaning when it all ends soon.
Maybe finding meaning would help you survive. Give you a reason to live.
What do you suggest?
If you weren't dying, what would you do?
I'm not sure. It's a moot point.
Please, just for fun, just for me.
I'd want to go sailing. Wind in my hair, salty sea air.
You want to run away, off to Neverland and never come back.
Isn't that what death is anyway? Lost in paradise. Youthful innocence, brush your worries away.
Be careful of the pirates or the ticking crocodile.
I could go where the wild things are, or chase a white rabbit down into the depths.
If you didn't live in books, what would you do?
Maybe I'd be a teacher. English. I like to hide in stories.
What grade?
I'd like to help build a foundation, maybe first or second.
The endings tend to be happier.
They do, it's true.
What else?
I really do want to go sailing. Take a weekend trip.
Have you before?
No, I wish I had.
We could rent a boat.
Can you do that for me?
It's an easy request.
I'm really sorry.
I forgive you.
It's why.
It's easier to love than resent or fight or hate.
I used to be the wise one, the one who held you together when it all spiraled out of your control.
We ebb and flow. Lend a hand. We are but victims to the tides of time, trying not to drown as we fight against the current to discover our own destiny.
Okay, F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Does that make you Zelda?
That explains why you want to have me committed.
I'll take you to Dr. T.J. Eckelberg. He sees all.
Oh, you're a dork.
I know. I don't care if you laugh with me or at me. It's nice to hear you laughing. I aim to entertain.
I really am sorry.
No more. I just want to forget.
I regret so much. I wish I could go back.
Why don't we? Pretend for one night, cycle back to the beginning.
How?
You stay here. Trust me. Pretend with me. Don't judge. You'll ruin it with your negativity.
Scene 8.
Hey.
Hi.
Can I come in?
I guess.
Is that a yes?
What are we doing?
No, don't ruin this. Play along.
I read the book.
Did you like it?
It was sad, but beautiful.
She did stick her head in the oven.
She had a hard life. Maybe death was easy.
Clearly, we're both great at first dates, natural flirts, nothing more romantic than suicide.
I think we'll get along just fine.
What will you read next?
What do you recommend?
White Oleander? I can put a copy on hold.
The perks of dating you.
We're dating now?
Okay, this is weird.
Look, I'm trying. I did my hair for you.
I don't see how this will help.
Not with that attitude.
Will you please?
What?
Just
What?
never mind.
You lost your curiosity, or I lost my ability to attract. Either way, we lost our spark.
Then maybe we should call it.
I don't want to stop fighting.
You should have been a lawyer.
Not literally. I'm not ready to give up, not when you need me the most.
I've lived my own life before. One that wasn't entangled in your ridiculous tendrils, your captivating creativity, and your long, lovely legs.
B goes in to kiss A. A avoids.
What are you doing?
Kissing to make up.
Not tonight. I don't feel safe with you anymore.
What do you think I'll do? Wrap my hands around your slender neck? Stab you in the back, and then again in the front, for good measure.
Stop.
You joke about suicide, but draw the line at murder.
You are volatile. You bounce from anger to humor, and I'm stuck in the middle with whiplash.
Nothing I do is good enough. You blame and shame and name me as your abuser. Would that make it better? If I play the role you've cast me as?
No.
Then what do you want?
I want you to be who you used to be. I look at you and I see a stranger. I don't know who you are or what you'll do. I don't know how to distinguish your lies from truth. From the moment we've arrived, you've been weirdly resigned to destroy whatever was between us two. What changed? It's like day and night. I want to fight for the you I knew, but I don't care for the person you've become.
This is me, with my guard down. This is who you always knew. This is me without a mask. Here I am, with all my scars exposed, and you can't take it. You never could. You never cared for my true form.
No. This is the facade. You're afraid that I'll read between the lines and figure out what's really going on. You're afraid to let me love you, so you push me away until I'm bloodied and bruised, left wondering why. Why am I here? Why won't you tell me what's really going on?
I told you. I'm dying. Period. End of story. You want a complex situation and a plot twist that saves the day. You can't write my life for me. I have to have a say. You can overthink and run in circles, but the outcome of the story, no matter what you create, won't change the fact I'm dying.
There's more you're not telling me.
What makes you think that?
Dreams, premonitions.
Okay.
I had a dream that you were running, and I screamed to get you to stop. You looked back and smiled before jumping off a cliff. I woke up and I felt cold, numb, sick. I somehow know I can stop this, but I have to do it quick. You're running out of time. There was this hourglass and you were sinking in the sand. I tried to get you out, but you wouldn't grab my hand.
We had a big fight. It's normal to feel betrayed.
This felt bigger than that.
Everything feels big against the universe. You feel small and helpless. You are, comparatively, a speck in the sands of time. You're no longer in control. You're overthinking. Your dreams mean nothing.
What do you dream then? Why do your dreams matter and mine are dismissed?
I also have the doctors, the proper paperwork.
Let me see it.
No.
Which doctors?
Dr. T.J. Eckelberg.
Will you give me one straightforward answer?
Yes.
Is it curable?
You already used your question.
What are you, Rumpelstiltskin? Everything is a riddle and I'm exhausted trying to figure it out.
If you try too hard, you usually don't do.
I want to scream.
Then do it. Scream and howl. Feel something surge. A primal roar.
Stop testing me. Just tell me. What's wrong with you?
Why do you want to know? To use it for your next book?
I want to see if there's anything more we can do.
There's nothing more to do. There's nothing to be said. We've wasted so much time. Can we just go to bed? I'll bring you breakfast in the morning. You'll be rested and well fed. It's late. We can start this fight again tomorrow.
I don't want to wait.
Please, I'm tired too.
Fine. You sleep on the couch tonight.
A storms off to the bedroom.
I feel that I've expressed in as many ways and with as many words as I know. What more can I say? How must I convey? I don't think she ever cared for me, anyhow. Maybe I don't know what love is. Maybe I don't know how to let my walls down. Maybe she never wanted in, and I just bombarded her until I could squeeze my way into the cracks and crevices and create a home, like some ventricular worm. I hollowed my way inside her heart, an uninvited guest, hoping she'd ask me to stay. Maybe this request was too much. Maybe I dug too deep. Maybe I caused her too much pain. I suppose the best thing for her is for me to finally see. I am just a humble pest. She never wanted me.
Am I the one who's crazy? I don't know who's right or wrong, but I'm afraid it's me. Time is running out, and I'm worried I'll wake up without a chance to say goodbye. Give her at least one night more so I can make amends. On the other hand, I don't know if I can. I know she's going through a lot. I know death is heavy and hard, but this cycle we've created can't sustain me. I know she's hurting, but so am I. I know I should carve out a little oasis for her to drift away in peace. I'll get the boat tomorrow, and I hope that makes her see I do care. I just also care about me.
Scene 9. B is attempting to make breakfast.
Are you burning me in effigy or pulling a Sylvia Plath?
I made toast.
Is that what you call that?
You're already swinging.
You're right. I'm sorry. I missed you last night. I had another dream, and you weren't around to comfort me. Another premonition. There will be more nights where I wake up alone, and you'll be gone, one way or another. I'm not ready for that. I'm fighting to be selfish. I'm fighting for more time. I'm fighting for your love and fighting so you'll know mine. I should spend more time holding you near, telling you how much you mean to me, memorizing every curve and freckle, the way you smile, the way you wrinkle your nose, the way your brow furrows. I don't want to miss another moment or waste one precious second.
What was it that you dreamed?
You weren't there. I went to all of our favorite places, searching for a sliver of hope you'd be there. I thought I caught your reflection, but when I turned around, it was merely misdirection. You were nowhere to be found. I had this deep feeling of dread when I woke up this morning. I thought you'd be dead.
I'm not. I'm here.
One day you won't be.
You have to promise me, when that day comes, you won't go looking for my ghost. Find new places to love and new people too. Know I'll miss you the most. You can move forward and I'll be rooted in place. I'll patiently wait to grow until I can hopefully see who you've become, what all you've done, when you're not held back by me.
You are so much more than you choose to see. I wish you could stand in my shoes, look out through my eyes, then you'd know that statement is your biggest lie. You've never held me back, but molded me in so many ways.
Enough with the sentimentality. There's still more time for that. Your coffee is getting cold.
Do you want to go sailing?
I thought you'd never ask.
I'll go to town after breakfast. Do you want to join, or can I pick you up at the dock?
I wouldn't mind a little time to myself.
Are you feeling okay?
I didn't sleep well.
Why?
I hated going to sleep without you near.
I shouldn't have been rash.
I also had another dream.
Do you want to tell me or leave it at that?
I dreamt of darkness. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I couldn't feel. I realized I was dead, and I felt purposeless. My life was devoid of meaning, and my death was just as dull. I felt restless to actually accomplish something, but I was nothing and incapable of doing anything.
Sounds like you don't want to die. Hey, it's okay. You're okay. You're alive. There's still time. It's gonna be okay.
Easy for you to say.
We all die someday. I won't know when my time is up. I could go get the boat and be T-boned by a truck. There's no guarantees. There's no going back. Your life is more than a ledger. It's about the people, not the tasks. Your life is meaningful to me.
That's sweet of you to say.
It's true. I love you. I better go get that boat. Things are gonna be okay.
A gives B a quick kiss and starts to turn away. B grabs A and holds her close. A holds her tight before leaving.
I'll see you at the dock.
I'll be waiting. Don't judge me for what comes next.
Scene 10.
You were right. There was more to the story that I didn't tell you. I didn't want you to stop me. Please know this has nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. Please know I love you more than words can convey, and know that I'm very sorry it had to end this way. I couldn't go on any longer. I couldn't continue to be a disappointment to my father, society, myself. I wanted so much more from my life, but the longer I lived, the more I realized I was moving further away from who I wanted to be. I wandered in the darkness and started to lose track of who I was and how to find my way back. I know you can't understand. Don't worry about the why. Move forward and forget me. Forgive me for my lies.
B exits to the bathroom. We hear water begin to run. Scene 11.
What the hell? I waited for so long. Where were you? Where are you? Did you fall asleep? Are you in the bath? Can you hear me? Hello? No, no, no. This can't be how it ends. How could she? She couldn't. This isn't.
"911, what's your emergency?"
Scene 12.
I assumed it was a cancer. A tumor she couldn't fight. I couldn't have been more wrong, but I couldn't have been more right. It settled in like cancer, and slowly grew and grew. It hungered heavy in her heart, and clawed at her brain too. Silent and deadly like cancer. She suffered silently, the saint. I only wish she would have said when she started to feel faint. In the end, it wasn't cancer, but something more complex. It evades, it tricks. I swear it exists. Her own mind, her own hand. I don't understand. I'm angry. I'm hurting. I'm numb. The blood in the bath. Lukewarm. Because I was too late.
Scene 12. B approaches A.
I want to go back.
You can't. There's only forward.
Then why are you here?
I warned you.
You did.
I did.
I am.
Haunted.
I don't want to not be
Then live.
with you.
That time is done. The book is closed. The ink is dry.
That's too.
I know.
I still feel so.
Fluid.
Exactly.
Then let it flow. Over half of us is water, and it's funny how we choose to let it run. Sweat, tears, blood.
No wonder I feel so
Fluid.
prone to change.
Forced to take a different course. Agile and able.
Grounded only by a thin membrane so that I don't completely
Disappear. Evaporate into eternity.
cycle back to the beginning.
Let me live again.
Grant me the wisdom I have gained in this life,
All the pain that broke me down.
all the love that built me back.
All the tears I shed, all the blood I bled, all the sweat and toil.
I'll take it all.
Over and over again.
Don't make me lead a barren life.
Let me have my oasis.
Over half of me is water, regenerating, reviving. Here I am.
Surviving.
I wish.
There's no time for that. Go. Live your life before the time runs out.
Without you, you were my life.
I was your love. There's a difference.
Why?
Why not?
I don't want this to end.
It has to.
Why?
Because it's not to be.
Who decides?
You or I.
You were selfish.
I was.
I was blind.
No. I was selfish.
I could have.
No.
I should have.
No.
But why?
Because it's not to be.
Who decides?
You or I.
I don't want you to go.
You know I can't stay.
Where does that leave us?
Purgatory?
Where do we go from here?
You go forward. I must stay.
But why?
Because.
But
Go.
I...
Just go.
No. You don't get to decide unilaterally.
I did.
I know. You're selfish.
I know. Now go. Go and don't look back.
I want to remember. I can't cut you out, harsh and jagged from my mind.
Don't let me hold you here. In this middle place, the land of gray where night meets day and turns right back to night. In this land of mist but never rain. In this solid state of rigidity but never fluidity. I wouldn't wish it to be your future.
Why choose it for yourself?
I never knew any different. This place is my past, and it's time to put it to bed. For now, on the horizon, I see light.
Hope.
Forgiveness. Go.
I'll miss you.
And then you won't. The water will run and cycle to new beginnings, and you'll be regenerating, reviving.
But you'll still be a memory. And the sweat between my thighs, as the tears flow from my eyes, and the blood I'll bleed for you.
No more blood, or tears, or sweaty, sleepless nights. That was never my intention. I did not want to trap you here. I needed to break free from the solitude that was my existence.
That's not fair.
It never is.
For you. I should have loved you more.
No. I should have learned to love myself.
I had enough love for both.
Love is not meant to be given endlessly. It must be returned and shared and grown.
I would have loved you from your curly gray hair to your gnarled, smelly toes.
And now we'll never know.
And I will always be.
Haunted,
And you will always be.
gone,
And our story has been
written.
I wanted to try to be poetic.
Don't try. Just be. You are.
Regenerating, reviving.
Surviving.
I love you.
Love yourself more.
I'll dedicate this to you. To be.
Or not.
To be.
Epilogue.
To be or not? A very common question. The answer is, you always knew. To be, dear soul. To be.